What's up, my juicy gamers? It's Juicer here. With the release of Hogwarts Legacy today, there are a few irreversible decisions that you make early on. The two primary ones being your wand and your house. Today, I'm going to be taking a look and ranking each house's common room against each other. So this is the ultimate battle of looks. Gryffindor versus Slytherin versus Ravenclaw versus Hufflepuff. The way that I'm going to do this is by dividing it into three different parts, weighed equally. First will be the entrance, then will be the sleeping quarters, and lastly will be the actual common room itself. First up are the entrances. And as much as it pains me to say this, number 4, Ravenclaw. The Ravenclaw entrance, realistically, is just a door with a giant knocker. It does ask you a riddle and you must solve it to get in, but overall, it's pretty bland, especially when you compare it to the others. Entrance number 3 is Hufflepuff. I actually do love the wine cellar vibe. However, it seems like such an enclosed space, so I don't love it that much. Plus, knocking Helga Hufflepuff is pretty random, and overall, I just didn't like it as much as the other two above it. The number 2 entrance is Gryffindor. I think this might be a little bit of nostalgia for me watching the Harry Potter movies, but seeing the picture and having it talk to you and asking you for the password, I don't know. I like it. It goes in the number 2 slot for me. Number 1, and I don't think this is even close, is Slytherin. You walk up to a wall in the dungeons, say a password, and this giant snake appears and creates a doorway for you to walk into. Just look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Plus, the added hidden door just makes it the number 1 slot for me. Next, we'll move on to the bedrooms. And in 4th place for this one is Hufflepuff. I think you'll begin to see this as I do more of my rankings, but I do love some lofted ceilings. When you awake in the Hufflepuff bedrooms, it just feels, I don't know, like an inn. It's a little bit boring for me. It does have a little bit of villa vibes, but to me, just reminds me of I'm sitting in an inn in Skyrim, and that doesn't really pop for me in the Wizarding World. Number 3 in the bedroom category is Gryffindor. Again, this one doesn't really do that much for me. There are nice lofted ceilings. You got a lot of light coming into the room, but I don't know. It just is a little boring, I dare say. It's not as nice as I remember it even being in Harry Potter. So I think that's probably why it lands number 3 slot for me. Number 2 is the Slytherin bedroom. I love all the carved stonework. It just gives off this beautiful vibe to me. And then there's all the painted plants all over the walls. It also has beautiful high ceilings. Just everything about this I like. There aren't any windows in the Slytherin bedrooms. That is probably the only reason it wasn't number 1 in this list. Number 1 for the bedroom category is Ravenclaw. This may be a little bit of bias, as I am a Ravenclaw if you can't tell. But when I woke up that first day after the sorting hat, and you wake up to a room full of light, the beds are literally carved out of the stone, and you look around and you just see everything around you. I just loved this bedroom setup. The last category is the common room. In the number 4 slot, I have Hufflepuff. I don't want to keep trashing Hufflepuff, as I gave them 4th in bedrooms as well. I just don't love the vibe. It feels very small. It is very green, and the plants are lovely, but everything just feels smaller than the other houses. There's very little natural light, which does, I guess, give it the yellow tinge, as it is the yellow house. It does remind me a little bit of the Shire when you walk through those circular doors. It does also give me a little bit of Italian villa vibes, but if you wanted that, I think you needed more natural light. However, just not enough saving graces to put it above the 4th place. Number 3 for common rooms is Gryffindor. The Gryffindor common room just isn't my favorite. It just reminds me of a medieval castle, although I guess we are technically in a Scottish castle currently. It doesn't have very magic vibes. It just seems like a basic castle. Beautiful high ceilings and natural light definitely gave it the edge over Hufflepuff, and that's why it sits in 3rd place. The number 2 common room is Ravenclaw. The Ravenclaw common room, again, tons and tons of natural light and very high ceilings. It reminds me of being in an observatory. I guess that makes sense because it is in the astronomy tower. However, it just gives me more of a magic feel, which I really, really like. I think my favorite part of the Ravenclaw common room are the telescopes and the fireplace in the center of the room. It just gives me a much more magical feel, and that's why I like it, and that's why it sits at number 2. Number 1, and I'm not sure it's even close again, is the Slytherin common room. Everything about the Slytherin common room is unbelievable. The snake handrails, the stonework all over the walls is amazing. The staircases are unbelievable. The grand statues, the huge lofted ceilings, and most unbelievable are the windows. You're literally underwater, so it gives off this beautiful blue glow to it, as well as looking out and be able to see the lake life passing you by. It's absolutely stunning, and I don't think it's even close to the other 3. Slytherin's common room is so far and away the best. Okay, so there we have it. All my rankings. Let's see how it tallies out. In 4th place overall, with a 3rd, a 4th, and a 4th, we have Hufflepuff. In 3rd place overall, with a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 3rd, we have Gryffindor. In 2nd place, with a 4th, a 1st, and a 2nd overall, we have Ravenclaw. And in 1st place overall, with a 1st place, a 2nd place, and a 1st place, we have Slytherin. So according to It's Juicer, the Slytherin common room is the best. I hope you enjoyed that look into each common room in Hogwarts Legacy. Do you disagree with any of my choices? Let me know down below. And if you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.